Imagine this, a lonely gas station attendant, overlooked by everyone, stuck in a quiet, forgotten place. Then a robbery flips her world upside down. But what if everything you thought you knew about her story was about to get even darker? This is a tale of fear, survival, and a fiery twist that'll leave you breathless. Just when you think you've seen it all, bam, you won't believe what happens next. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Dropping a like and a comment is the least you can do to show some love. And like we always say, even if some stories seem the same, they ain't never the same when I'm the one telling them.
Do not fuck with me! Melinda!
The movie kicks off with Melinda pulling into a gas station like it's just another dull Tuesday. But hold on, the universe has other plans. She steps out, lights up a cigarette, and spots a dude puffing away right next to the gas pump. Smart, right? Like playing Jenga on a trampoline. Melinda, queen of I'm just saying, warns him that smoking next to flammable liquid might not be his brightest move. But the guy? Oh, he's totally chill. Because apparently, a giant no smoking sign is just modern art to him. She tells him she's not against smoking, just against blowing up in public. The man snaps, swearing he's careful. Sure, buddy. She leaves him to his potential fireball fate and heads inside the station. Sheila, the cashier with zero chill, dumps more chores on Melinda because Diane conveniently bailed. Melinda sighs, suits up in her gas station armor, and gets to work. While restocking snacks, she slides into a sales pitch, hyping pistachios to a random customer like she's hosting a sad, dusty version of QVC. She even guarantees a refund if he hates them, because nothing says trust me like gas station nuts. The man couldn't care less. Then, in the glamorous world of public toilets, Melinda scrubs away while secretly scrolling through some candid snapshots of a cop. Yep, we're already in weird territory. Suddenly, a random guy barges in, huffing that she's hogging the men's room like it's Coachella VIP. And this is just the beginning. Sheila's at the counter, completely invested in a video of fancy, high-class ladies twerking like they just graduated from a dance-off in the Queen's Garden. Naturally, she tricks Melinda into doing her own shaky, disaster-level twerk. And of course, Sheila records it and blasts it online, because who doesn't love a little viral humiliation? While this comedy burns in the background, a suspicious man pulls up outside, low-key screaming, "I have secrets." An old man, Fred, shuffles in and asks for Sheila. 2 nights ago, she told him her feet hurt, so he bought her padded insoles. Sweet, right? Melinda accepts the gift, but Sheila's ice cold about it. She says Fred's always hanging around and she's not interested in starting some late-night gas station love story. Fred leaves crushed, but Melinda chases him down, flashing him a small lifeline. "These insoles fit me perfectly. Sometimes kindness is all someone's got." Meanwhile, our suspicious guy, Billy, finally steps out, tucking a revolver in his waistband like he's headed to a cowboy showdown. Melinda, unbothered as ever, chats him up and says she's the only one working. Billy buys cigarettes, but you can tell he's already calculating something way bigger. Just then, a cop car pulls in, and not just any cop. It's the cop Melinda's been secretly obsessing over. They exchange a weirdly familiar glance while Billy watches from inside, tense like he's just been dropped into a Quentin Tarantino movie. Something's about to blow. Sheila strolls over to Billy, who's been loitering in the condom aisle like he's solving a life or death puzzle. She dryly points out he's been at it for 5 whole minutes, because choosing latex should totally be this dramatic. She finally picks one for him, saving his awkward soul. Meanwhile, outside, Melinda's working her charm on Officer Liu, begging for a joyride in his shiny new patrol car. He shuts her down, citing his precious schedule. She teases him, joking that maybe she'll get herself arrested just to score that ride. He smirks and promises her a future spin, but let's be honest, it's probably a rain check she'll never cash. Liu heads inside for coffee while Billy disappears into the bathroom, probably to pep talk himself. At the counter, Liu cracks a joke about the pills displayed like sad little superheroes waiting to save the night. Just as things seem chill, Sheila catches Melinda snapping sneaky photos of Liu again. She calls her out so loud, Melinda drops her phone like it's burning her hand. Liu laughs it off, saying his own phone is a disaster too, but his smile fades fast. His radio buzzes, he gets a call, and he bolts out the door. Sheila's not done though. She calls Melinda a full-on creep for stalking people with her camera. That lands like a brick. Melinda slips outside for a cigarette, but her shaky hands and glassy eyes? Yeah, she's seconds away from falling apart. When Melinda strolls back in, surprise. Billy's got a revolver pointed straight at her like he's rehearsing for a low-budget crime flick. He barks at her to stand next to Sheila and swears he's not here to hurt anyone, which is exactly what someone about to ruin your night would say. He starts rambling about why he needs the cash, Something about people chasing him, people who want him dead. Sheila, running on pure caffeine and zero patience, cuts him off. Cool story. Speed it up, she snaps like she's got places to be. Billy demands all the cash from both registers and the sacred safe room. But guess what? Only managers have that key, and between the two of them, they barely have $100. Sheila, queen of savage, leans in and questions if his gun's even real. Wrong move. He fires a warning shot. Yep, real. Melinda, steady as ever, casually asks if this petty cash will even scratch his biker debt. Then, because her life's clearly off the rails, she offers to help him crack the safe. Two random customers walk in, oblivious to the bullet vibes in the air. Billy orders Sheila to act normal. Melinda, thinking fast, unbuttons her shirt, giving Billy an awkward dose of flirty chaos to keep him distracted. One guy just wants directions. Sheila scribbles a note telling him to call 911, but Melinda snatches it, crumpling the tiny SOS before it can leave the building. Even in a stick-up, she's 2 steps ahead. When the clueless customers finally leave, Billy struts to the counter and demands the bag like he just ordered it off a menu. Melinda hesitates, sizing him up. She asks where he's running to, and more importantly, she wants in. Billy's not into sharing. They argue, it turns ugly, and he rips the backpack from her hands. Sheila, still full of fire, calls him out for being a tough guy waving a gun at 2 women. Billy snaps. He grabs Sheila and drags her out from behind the counter like she's a broken vending machine. He barks at Melinda to lock the doors and hand over her phone. Then he forces her toward the back room. As she walks away, disappointedly buttoning her shirt like a bad punchline, she grabs a cup of scalding coffee and dumps it on her own hand. Doesn't even flinch. Melinda strolls into the back and without warning splashes the burning coffee right in Billy's face. While he's blinded and howling, she smashes him with a fire extinguisher like she's playing whack-a-mole on expert mode. But as Billy collapses, his finger squeezes the trigger, and the bullet finds Sheila. Billy wakes up to find Melinda looking way too composed, like she just finished cleaning up a dinner party. Sheila's body is wrapped tight in a tarp nearby. He stammers, "I didn't mean to kill anyone." But when he tries to get up, surprise, he's tied to a chair like a bad hostage in a low-budget thriller. Melinda slides in, cool as ice. She asks why he didn't take her with him. Billy blinks, calls the whole situation insane. Then he points out, Melinda hasn't called the cops yet. "So we're partners in crime now," he says, sounding half proud, half terrified. Melinda shrugs, saying they've been on the same team from the start. Billy's next move asks if she's unhappy with her life. She launches into an oddly passionate speech about the social benefits of working at gas stations, like it's a TED Talk nobody asked for. Billy groans, his face hurts. Melinda offers him painkillers, actually just sex enhancers in disguise. She knows he's lying about leaving her behind. Then things get darker. She blindfolds him and tries to force herself on him. Billy freaks out, breaks free, and in the chaos, smacks his head on a shelf, knocking himself out cold. Welcome to gas station hell, population, these two. Melinda stumbles out with the cash, head spinning like a busted record. The man who'd been pounding on the door earlier shows up again, grumbling about bad coffee. She silently points a gun at her own head, then just drops it like it's a bad habit. Suddenly, she breaks down, tears spilling everywhere, and tells the guy to get lost. Then she calls 911, because at this point, what else is left? Perry, Sheila's boyfriend, walks in asking where she is. Melinda says Sheila already took off. Perry calls Sheila's phone, and it's buzzing right there. Melinda lies smooth as silk. Sheila ran off with some guy to a motel. Perry buys it and leaves, clueless. Melinda bolts outside, grabs a shovel like she's auditioning for a horror movie. Then the biker gang rolls up, guns and bad attitudes in tow. They ask if Billy was there. Melinda cheekily asks if they're into illegal things, like body disposal. Instantly, guns go up. Their boss yells to put them down. Cameras are watching. They warn they'll be back if they don't find Billy. Melinda tries to wipe the camera footage but fails miserably. She steps out for a cigarette, and just like that, a dark idea sparks. Burn it all down. Melinda fills 2 gas canisters and hauls them back to the counter like she's carrying doom in plastic bottles. Officer Liu bursts in, gun raised, all business. He wants to know if she saw anything suspicious. Turns out, Billy's car got stolen. Now he needs to check the security tapes. Melinda shrugs, saying only Diane has the keys. Liu calls Diane, distracted, giving Melinda the perfect moment to slip the revolver into her pocket without missing a beat. She tells him she saw a shady guy leave in a green Jeep, heading for a motel. Liu decides to sweep the store himself. Melinda's nerves spike. He finds nothing in the back room. Surprised, she quickly hides the gun. Before leaving, Liu hands her his number, a tiny lifeline. Once he's gone, Melinda checks the back room again. It's empty, except for cable ties scattered on the floor. She exhales, then sets her mind back back on one thing, burning this whole place to ashes. A loud thud echoes, and suddenly, the lights go out. The front door's photocell is dead. Billy storms back in, shouting like a maniac. Melinda warns him about the gasoline everywhere, but he's too far gone. Then Perry shows up, banging on the door like he's in an action flick. Melinda tries to run, but Billy's blocked the back exit with a dumpster. Billy snarls to Perry that Melinda's lost it and killed Sheila. When Perry tries to get answers, Billy just snaps and kills him. He steals Perry's van, tires screeching. Melinda frantically calls Officer Lou. Billy smashes through the front with the van. Melinda tries to calm him down, but Billy pulls the trigger. The gun's soaked in gasoline, and boom, it lights up like a Molotov cocktail. He drops the smoking weapon and fire spreads fast. Melinda barely escapes, but not without burning her legs. The cops arrive just in time. Officer Liu hauls her to safety. Game over. Gas station style. What would you do if you were trapped in a gas station robbery that turned deadly and everything caught fire? Would you fight back or try to escape at all costs? Drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I want to know how you'd handle this crazy situation.